I just want to make it clear now, this is more of like a podcast type of video. I won't really be showing anything off on the screen, so if you want to click over to another tab, look at something else while I'm talking about the Star Wars Rebels Season 2 whole season, specifically the finale, go ahead, because I won't really be showing anything off here except, I've got some figures out, guys. It's symbolism, guys. It's symbolism. So yeah, Star Wars Rebels Season 2. It was kind of a bumpy road. It started out pretty strong with the Clone Trooper episodes. I very much enjoyed seeing Captain Rex again, and I'm really looking forward to getting the Rebels Captain Rex figure. Comic figure blog, I'm looking at you. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting the figure and just having fun with that. But Rebel Season 2, in some ways, was kind of forgettable. Because let me make it clear, this whole season to me just felt like the Rebels just getting irritated by the Inquisitors. And myself, I got very irritated by the Inquisitors. The fifth brother and the seventh sister were punks. And not in a good way. Not in like a punkish way where it's like, oh yeah, he's such a punk, Always giving the good guys a rough time. I'm talking like punks as in, they're starting to get irritating and they're there just for the sake of irritating the main characters and making things harder for them. I did not like the Inquisitors at all, and to jump ahead into the season finale, literally when Darth Maul cut him up, I got so excited. I wanted to see those guys gone the second they got on the screen. I hated their guts. What was it, the eighth brother? I kind of liked, though. He was like a Trillian Django jumper or something. He was pretty cool. I thought he looked really cool. Absolutely loved his helmet design. It reminded me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, the season just really felt like it was heavily focused on those two irritating Inquisitors, and it had a lot of filler episodes that Dave Filoni promises will have purpose later on in the show, but they weren't entertaining filler episodes. I mean, Breaking Bad had a lot of filler episodes, but they were pretty entertaining. This was... look at me, comparing Star Wars Rebels to Breaking Bad. It's just they're some of my favorite TV shows, and I just felt like doing that. But, yeah, when it comes down to it, I felt like Rebels Season 2 was kind of weak. I felt like it was a lot stronger than Season 1, though. After Season 1, I'm like, should I even continue? I mean, should I really continue with this? But yeah, Season 2 was pretty good. Honestly, Rex was the reason why I started watching Season 2, and I just kept on watching it. But yeah, when it comes to the whole season, it wasn't really that exciting. One notable episode, though, I do not remember the name, but it was the episode with Kanan. No, not with Kanan, with Kallus. With Kallus and Zeb stranded together. A lot of people didn't like that episode because it's like, oh man, Kallus is such a wimp now. He used to be such a cool character. But honestly, while I thought Kallus was a good bad guy, he was just Kallus. He had nothing going for him. He was just very much a nothing kind of guy, and I did not like that. I was kind of expecting him to die, but instead, it seems like he's kind of thinking about where his place is in the Empire. I really much like that. When it comes to like Kallus, like that being hinted at before, there are a couple instances like when Tarkin ordered the execution of those two officers. Kallus seemed pretty surprised by that. A couple other things that I believe either Vader or the Inquisitors did, Kallus was pretty surprised by. Like, Kallus, he himself doesn't really understand the whole spectrum of how big and how menacing the Empire is. When it comes to not just, commanding people, but also being tyrannical towards them. Is that even the right word, tyrannical? I believe it is. Loved that episode. So I'm going to get on to the season finale already, because I think that's what everyone's thinking about. But let me be clear, though, the episode before the season finale with those stupid little spider things, I hated that episode. Hated it. So horrible. No one could aim whatsoever. It was kind of cringy. The episode with the other Zeb species was just like, hey, out of nowhere, Zeb species is here. What are they called? The Lasat? Like, oh, there's more Lasat, and there's even more Lasats on, what is it called? Lyrasan.
Oh, let's go to Lyrasan. There's a magical entity that'll get us to Lyrasan, but it's within your staff, Zeb. You have to do it!
Did not like that episode, really. So, the finale. Let me be clear here. This was fantastic. This was Star Wars. This was a freaking movie, guys, and it was fantastic. Okay, so let's start off with like what happens with each character. Darth Maul, loved his introduction. I love that he's been stranded on this Sith planet for quite some time, trying to avoid the Sith because he knew that no one goes there anymore, and he needs to get away from that. I did not read the Darth Maul comic book, so I don't know if like he escaped from the Emperor or anything, but absolutely love, or by then it was still Darth Sidious. Absolutely love how they handled Maul, and when he killed the Inquisitors, I was in pure joy. I loved it. Let's talk about the Inquisitors. Once again, they were punks. Once again, I did not like them. I liked the Eighth Brother just because of the design, but honestly, the design was not worth going through another stupid Inquisitor. And honestly, what were those helicopter lightsabers? What was that? What was that, guys? That was stupid! What? Seriously, I was dying of laughter when they first started doing that. I'm like, are you serious? Is this a thing? Is this a thing now? Lightsaber helicopters, really? And they didn't just do it once. They did it over and over again. Probably did it 5 times. And it was hilarious. And just seeing them fly and hearing the helicopter noise, like, in the distance, like, oh no, they're coming. Loved it. Loved it in a very stupid way, and I'm so glad all of them are dead. Ahsoka Tano and Vader, then. Yeah, that happened. Uh, that was very, very interesting. Let me state, though, the beginning of the episode, like the straight-up beginning when Ahsoka and Rex are talking, and Rex just repeats what he said what is it? Well, I can't remember the quote. I always remember the quote. Oh my god, I gotta do a jump cut to remember the quote. In my book, experience outranks everything. I just didn't remember. I was wanting to say, in my experience outranks everything, but no. In my book, experience outranks everything. As a long Clone Wars fan, I remember, wasn't that in the Clone Wars movie? Oh, man. I legit got teary-eyed because I knew that was going to be Ahsoka and Rex's last moment together. And it was so sad. And seeing Rex after Kanan and Ezra came out of the ship and Ahsoka wasn't there, it was so sad, man. Getting on to Ahsoka's fate. A lot of people are like, oh no, she's alive. I know she's alive. She's not going to be the same, though. If she's not dead, then that was such a powerful moment, in my opinion. One of the strongest visual images out of anything Star Wars was seeing Darth Vader ruined, destroyed, and completely torn apart by that blast. Like, limping out of the temple was just beautifully amazing. I loved that shot, and when I saw that, I just told myself, like, Ahsoka's dead. It's just, I hate with Star Wars how they have to do, if you don't see him die on screen, they're not really dead. Gregor, Maul, who else? Boba Fett. If you don't see them physically get stabbed or shot, they're dead. They're not dead. Excuse me. It's so stupid. I hate when Star Wars does that. It's gotten so old. And if Ahsoka comes back, it will get even older. And I just don't want to see that again. I would love if Ahsoka just stays dead. Like, I was worried like they were going to do it again with the Grand Inquisitor, because he just fell down a thing. You didn't see him die. He just fell down a thing. Oh, maybe he survived that. No. I'm hoping Rebels starts killing off people. So, let's get on to another interesting point. Kanan Jarrus. Kanan is Rom Coda confirmed. And I remember seeing somewhere, I think someone said, oh no, Kanan and Rom Coda, Kanan wasn't inspired by Rom Coda, they're both inspired by this Japanese warrior movie thing. No. Look at Kanan and look at Rom Coda. They both got the shoulder pad, they've both got the goatee, both got the man bun. They're the same guy. And now that both of them are blind, and mind you, both of them got blinded by Sam Witwer, Galen Marek and Darth Maul, they're kind of the same guy. And let me be clear. The Force Unleashed is no longer canon. So that means that they can take elements and story ideas from The Force Unleashed and bring them into the new canon. And I believe that Kanan Jarrus is, in a way, a spiritual successor or like not successor, just like a not as good successor as Rom Coda, because Rom Coda was just awesome. So yeah, I pretty much think I'm done rambling on about Star Wars Rebels Season 2. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what Season 3 has. Very much seeing how Ezra evolves and turns to the dark side, which I'm pretty sure that Ezra is going to be turning to the dark side at some point. That'd actually be very interesting to see. So yeah, guys, I think I'm pretty much done. Let me know what your thoughts on Rebels Season 2 was. I hope you enjoyed the thumbnail. I liked that. That was that's a pretty good thumbnail. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Make sure to let me know of your opinion. If you want to make a video response too, hey, I want to see what people in this little Star Wars community of ours think about Star Wars Rebels Season 2, especially the finale. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Have a good day. May the Force be with you. Bye.